What are fake breakups? A fake breakup is a Shogun Method technique used to create a state of emotional dissonance in a woman. With this technique, the Shogun pretends to break up with his girlfriend or wife in one of two ways, either directly or by creating an illusion of distance. This action triggers a woman's fear of loss, making her feel more emotionally invested and dependent on the Shogun. He usually follows the fake breakup with a sudden re-engagement, increasing her emotional reliance on him. This fractionates the woman by making her feel intense emotional highs and lows, leading to addiction and the enslavement of the female psyche. What are false memories? False memories are fabricated recollections or experiences that are implanted in a woman's mind, usually without her realizing it. These are memories that the woman believes are true, but they are actually shaped by the Shogun's suggestions. False memories strengthen the emotional bond by associating the Shogun with positive, unforgettable experiences, even if they were never actually lived. What is laddering in Shogun Method? Laddering is a strategy that escalates emotional responses in a woman, step by step, creating deeper levels of emotional involvement. It involves creating small emotional peaks and gradually increasing their intensity, making her feelings grow stronger over time. By controlling the intensity of the escalation, you create your woman's emotional attachment on a foundation of connection and dependency. The advanced Shogun fractionates a woman up a gradual intensity ladder to keep her unaware and vulnerable. In Shogun Method, laddering can be both emotional and sexual. What is subconscious messaging? Subconscious messaging involves embedding subtle cues in conversations that influence a woman's behavior without her awareness. These cues often take the form of body language, tone of voice, or indirect statements known as implanted commands in Shogun Method. Subconscious messages are crafted to guide a woman's thoughts and actions according to the Shogun's intentions. The best subconscious messages are delivered through consistent repetition. What is shared universe building? Shared universe building refers to the creation of a psychological reality between the Shogun and his woman. The Shogun does this by sharing future projections, building mutual experiences, and creating a bond that feels inevitable. By creating a shared vision of the future, the Shogun makes the woman feel like they are on the same path together, reinforcing her belief that her emotional enslavement to the Shogun is part of her fate, her destiny. What are future projections? Future projections are a part of the shared universe building strategy inside Shogun Method. With it, the Shogun creates a mental image of a future relationship or outcome that seems inevitable or fated. These projections are subtly embedded in conversations, leading the woman to imagine being in a long-term relationship with the Shogun. By implanting a vision of the future in her mind, the Shogun influences her subconscious to think about him as a permanent figure in her life. This creates an emotional investment in the relationship, making her feel like she is already part of the Shogun's life plan. By aligning the future vision with the woman's desires, the Shogun makes a woman feel emotionally committed to him, often before she even realizes it. The Shogun usually uses future projections in the attraction stage of the I-Ray model. What is the difference between a Shogun and a pickup artist or PUA? A Shogun focuses on long-term emotional control and domination, whereas a pickup artist focuses primarily on short-term attraction and seduction. Shoguns use mind control techniques to build emotional dependence and ensure long-lasting connections, while pickup artists are more interested in achieving short-term results and using superficial techniques. How is Shogun Method more effective than traditional dating strategies? Shogun Method focuses on deep emotional influence and psychological control, rather than relying on surface-level techniques like pickup lines or casual flirtation. Shoguns employ deep psychology and hypnosis techniques, ensuring that a woman becomes deeply invested in a long-term relationship, beyond just a temporary attraction. Is Shogun Method ethical? Shogun Method is morally neutral. Like any tool, it depends on the intentions of the man who uses it. Some argue that Shogun Method is manipulative and unethical. Others view it as knowledge for understanding human psychology and creating lasting connections. Shoguns must be responsible with Shogun Method, never using it to cause intentional harm. Can Shogun Method improve relationships with long-term girlfriends or wives? Yes, Shogun Method is as effective for maintaining existing relationships as it is for creating new ones. Techniques such as future projections, shared universe building, and fractionation are effective in deepening emotional connections and rekindling attraction in long-term relationships. Shoguns often apply these methods to enhance trust, passion, and emotional investment in their women. Shogun Method is also frequently used to maintain multiple long-term arrangements, creating loving and harmonious relationships between the shogun and his wives, girlfriends, and concubines. What kind of men benefits from Shogun Method? Shogun Method is for men who understand the true nature of love and pair bonding with women, that a woman must want to be emotionally enslaved to a man. Whether single, in a relationship, or married, men who value emotional control, dominance, and long-term connection will be suited to be shoguns. Shogun Method is typically for those with a refined taste in women who appreciate true strength and masculinity in a man. What is virtuous masculinity? Virtuous masculinity is about being a man who doesn't beg for validation or chase approval. It's about having unshakable strength, mastering yourself, and living for a mission bigger than anyone else, including women. A virtuous man doesn't fall into the pathetic hero trap of trying to save women, thinking they'll love him for it. Women don't want to be saved. They want a man who's already complete, a man who owns his world and lets her join it on his terms. This is raw, unapologetic masculinity, dominance with wisdom, power with virtue, and zero compromises. Shogun Method is built on the foundation of virtuous masculinity. It's not just about mastering women, it's about mastering yourself. With Shogun Method, men don't just get better with women, they become stronger, sharper, and more complete as men. Join the Shogun Method movement today at shogunmethod.com.